Good morning, and welcome to the Shatkin F.I.R.S.T Monday Morning Minute.
Good morning and welcome to the Monday Morning Minute. I'm Dr. Todd Shatkin here at my dental office. I just got out of a major surgery. We extracted 24 teeth. We placed 24 mini implants and upper and lower temporary roundhouse restorations using prefabricated temporary roundhouses from Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. They do an amazing job in the lab making these temporary roundhouses. It saves you hours of lab work in the office, adjusting and making temporaries. I have an example of one right here, which is very similar to the one we just used in the operating room. They're completely troughed out underneath so that you can put O-ring housings on the implants and pick those up after the surgery so that you have basically a detachable roundhouse restoration. This is a fantastic way for a patient to leave the office after having teeth pulled rather than having to be in a temporary denture for many, many weeks or months before they can go back and have the implants and the surgery. We do the extractions, we place the implants right at the time of the extractions, we pack the sockets with the osteogen bone grafting material, or if you prefer, you can do PRP, where you draw blood and do the spinning and come up with the PRF, platelet-rich fibrin clot, and place that into the sockets. So that's totally up to you. I really like using the osteogen. It works very, very well in my hands. And then we use the hemostatic gauze, the Hemostip gauze, safe gauze. We pack over the bone, and sometimes we need to put a few sutures in to hold that tissue together. And then we pick up the housings right in the temporary roundhouse, and the patient leaves with teeth that feel like their own teeth. It's just a fantastic technique. It's something that I've been working on for years and perfecting, and I'm really proud of it. And then within a matter of weeks, the patients come back, and usually in 3 to 4 weeks, we're able to take the final impressions for their permanent restoration, whether it's a porcelain fused to zirconia restoration or the new Allure restoration with the Xantex framework and Amberino teeth on top. We call that the new Allure restoration. It's fantastic because we're able to pick either O-ring housings up or something else that I'm going to share with you toward the end of this Monday Morning Minute. So stay tuned for the whole program because I got something new that's going to really pique your interest. Hey Fitz, come on over here and join me with the Monday Morning Minute.
Hey, Dr. Shatkin, how you doing this morning?
How are you doing?
Good to see you, pal. I'm doing great.
I'm a little tired. Morning. I just did a really big surgery, and I got about 6 more big surgeries today to work on. So,
oh, boy.
So this is just the first of many today.
You have a full day.
I do. But before we get into that, I want to wish everybody a belated, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. I'm hopeful that all of you had a healthy and happy Thanksgiving with all of your family members. And I want to let you know how thankful I am, and I know Fitz feels the same way.
Absolutely.
We're so thankful for all of our amazing customers and amazing dentists and their staff throughout the country and throughout Canada who work with Shatkin F.I.R.S.T on a daily basis and use our implants to help change patients' lives every day. I know for a fact that I'm incredibly thankful that I'm able to change my patients' lives every day. So I'm wishing you the very best of the holiday season and hoping you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday.
We need a pretty big table, Doc, if we had all our Shatkin F.I.R.S.T family in for a nice turkey dinner. But we feel the same. At Shatkin F.I.R.S.T, we value you as our customer and most importantly, our friends. So it's great to have you and thank you so very much from the bottom of our heart.
Hey Fitz, I want to recap where we came from and where we are today at Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. a little bit, okay?
Sounds great.
You know, my dad and I started Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. back in 2003. 20 years ago, which is why we're celebrating our 20th anniversary in business, all right? And we'll get more to that a little bit later. But in the beginning, we used the old-style Implant implants. And then around 2006, I met Terry Giorno. And Terry Giorno really changed the direction of mini implant dentistry. And the reason for that is Terry is and was a brilliant dentist, but not just a dentist, a brilliant scientist. And he came up with a huge improvement on the mini implants, changing both the diameters, but putting a surface treatment on these implants, a surface treatment called Ossian, which he got a patent on. It's a patented surface that it's the only mini implant system in the world that has the Ossian coating. The Intralock Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. implants have the Ossian coating. It's a calcium phosphate coating on top of the implant that integrates with the bone in as little as 2 to 3 weeks and becomes osseointegrated. Now, why is that? Because what do you think bone is made of? Calcium and phosphate. That's what your bone's made of. And so there's been so many studies on the connection between implants and the bone. But if you look microscopically at the osseointegrated connection between the Intralock Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. mini implants and the bone, there is no micro gap whatsoever. It is a actual physical and chemical bond.
And when Dr. Giorno lectures with us, he shows slides on that exact, the bone coming to the implant.
And
it's
fusing
incredible.
to it. That's what osseointegration is. That's what Brandemark developed, the theory of osseointegration.
Yes.
And with any other implant system that's titanium without that surface, you've got to bury the implant and wait 4 to 6 months for that osseointegration process to occur to the titanium. But with the Ossian surface, that connection occurs very, very rapidly in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. And that's research behind it to prove that. And that's Terry Giorno. And I'm thankful also for Terry Giorno's innovation many, many years ago, and for him allowing Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. to partner with Intralock since 2006 on these incredibly wonderful mini dental implants. And of course, now we have them in a 2 millimeter, a 2.5, the 3 millimeter, and the 3.75 millimeter diameters. So we got all different diameters and all different lengths, ranging from the 10 millimeter, the 11.5 millimeter, the 13 millimeter, the 15 millimeter, the 17 and the 18 millimeter lengths. We actually have 6 different lengths and 4 different diameters for the mini dental implant. So we have all different diameters, all different lengths, all with the Ossian coating on them.
That's correct. And Dr. Terry also told me about the blossom cutting threads on our implants, which he came up with as well. So this guy's an innovator.
We continue to have improvements over the years. That blossom thread was introduced about 10 years ago, and we continue to have improvements both between Terry Giorno at Intralock and our company here at Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. and myself. You know, being a wet-fingered dentist every day, I love to teach. And as you know, I give a lot of lectures both to our customers and dentists from all over the world. I lecture at the ADA meetings and the Greater New York meetings and dental meetings all over the country. We just got back from Alabama for the AGD, Tennessee AGD meeting. So we lecture all over the place and teach dentists how to do mini dental implant procedures. But the reason I'm able to teach is because I work every single day in patients' mouths, and I see both the successes and the failures and the problems associated with dentistry, because nothing's 100% perfect all the time. So we have to be able to teach our customers how to do those procedures properly. And I have my residency program, which I'm very proud of. We have 5 AEGD, Advanced Education General Dentistry residents this year. I just got done interviewing 7 residents for next year. Yesterday, we interviewed 7 residents.
That's excellent.
And it's really fantastic being able to educate the young minds and the older minds as well. And I love doing that. But the way I'm able to do that is by continuing to see my patients and treat them every day. And speaking of which, I'm so thrilled to have my son, Dr. Jared Shatkin, joined our practice a few months back, and he's helping with me doing the case reviews and the case planning for all the doctors around the country every day. So he and I are over there at 6:30 in the morning across the street at Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. doing case planning every day, and I love doing that too because that also helps me to keep learning and keep my mind sharp about mini implants.
Yeah. Life's pretty cyclical for you.
Really
I remember
is.
your father doing the same thing to you.
That's
so now you
right.
get the ability to do it to Jared. That's
20
great.
years I worked with my dad. It was the
Yeah.
thrill of my life, and I'm hoping I can work with Jared for the next 20 years as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But what I wanted to talk a little bit about is the innovative processes that we've come up with here at Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. Over the years, of course, I have my patent on the first technique, the immediate tooth replacement, which we still talk about at our courses and teach, where you can put an implant and a crown in one visit, whether it's a temporary or permanent crown. You can put multiple implants and multiple crowns in one visit if you want to. You can even do a full arch of teeth with a temporary roundhouse immediately at the time of placement, and then complete that with a permanent roundhouse restoration. So Fitz, in the last year and a half, I received 2 new patents. One of them is the Fix-on 6 restoration, which we've been doing since 2014.
Yes.
And I applied for the patent back in 2014, but it took a while for the patent office to get their act together, and I didn't actually get the patent issued until recently. But I'm really proud of that because that's a restoration that we're talking about with the Allure restoration, where you can put the housings over the implants and snap the restoration on and off when the patients come in the office for cleanings and checkups. We don't want the patients to remove that restoration, but it's removable at the office, in the dental office, or I should say detachable is more the better word. And we also recently received our patent on the TrueLock abutments, the PEEK abutments. This allows you to put crowns on the mini implants without any cement touching the implant or the tissue.
That's awesome.
There's no cement at all around the implant. All you do is snap these PEEK abutments on, and then you cement that. You can even prep those a little bit if you want to, and then you can take your final impression and have the crown cemented right on top of the PEEK. The advantage there is if you ever need to remove the crown, you just tap it off and it will come off with the PEEK abutment.
Wow.
Or multiple restorations for that matter. It doesn't have to be just one.
That's really nice that there's no cement between the implant
Right, and the PEEK abutment.
and the PEEK abutment.
And
That's
also
great.
we have 2 different shapes. We have the shorter, wider one, which is good for the posterior of the mouth, and the longer, narrower one for anterior teeth.
Yes.
All right?
Yep.
So that's a
Excellent.
great thing. So
Very good to have.
these are innovations that only can happen if you're doing dentistry every day, because these are things that I come up with while I'm working on patients.
So you come up with
think
most
of
of
them.
your ideas chairside?
Right next to the patient. I'm thinking,
Very
oh
interesting.
wow, you know,
Yeah.
a light bulb goes off. I say, wouldn't it be great if we had this?
Yeah.
And then that's how I come up with these ideas. So I want to tell you that I'm very proud of what we've done here at Shatkin F.I.R.S.T. and what we are continuing to do. So I promised you by the end of the show here, I would tell you my newest idea that I've been doing for the last few weeks. Instead of using the O-ring housings under these Allure restorations, I'm now trying out the use of the healing caps. They're just about the exact same size as the O-ring housing. There's not much difference in size, height, or width. But the advantage, and research shows that micro movement of the restoration can cause premature failure of the implants, which is why I've always been an advocate of cementing the roundhouses on the mini implants as opposed to using the O-rings, because you get the micro movement. While the healing caps give you the best of both worlds. You're able to cement the restoration over the healing caps, and if you ever needed to take it out, you could tap it off and the healing caps would snap off.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
but what you have is no micro movement, because those healing caps are very, very secure and they don't move.
Right.
And
That's
it's a
interesting.
really great concept. So that's the trick that I'm giving you, the Monday Morning Minute tip today. You might want to try it. Totally up to you if you want to, but I've done it a number of times now over the past several weeks, and it's working out really, really well. So that's my tip of the day.
It's a great tip.
So Fitz, now let's talk about our Black Friday, Cyber Monday special, and we're gonna extend this for Monday and Tuesday. They've got to place their orders Monday or Tuesday if they want to take advantage of everything we're going to offer them. But go ahead and talk to us about the 3 different packages we have.
Yeah, so for our 20th anniversary here at Shatkin F.I.R.S.T, we have 3 different packages we're offering. The first package we call the Silver Package, which includes 50 implants. We're going to give you 10 free. And then we're going to give you everything that Dr. Shatkin just discussed. We're going to give you some healing caps. We're going to give you some O-ring housings. We're going to give you some pilot drills, correct. We give you pilot drills. And we give you impression copings.
In fact, Fitz, I have the special right here.
You have them right there?
Yeah, they're going to get 50 implants. They're going to buy 50, but they're going to get 60. Right. They're going to get 10 free. That's a $1,000 value by itself.
Right.
Okay.
So what does that bring the implant price down to?
Well, the price is $54.50 for 60 implants. Comes to around $89 an implant.
Wow. Right? That's a great deal.
But hang on. There's more.
It's $20 off.
They're going to get 5 pilot drills. They're going to get a pack of 10 healing caps. They're going to get 25 pack of O-rings. They're going to get a 10 pack of impression copings, and they're going to get 100 patient education brochures. That's a $1,670 value of free goods by itself.
And we've had a lot of doctors taking advantage of that, like at Disney and our course. Our course last week here in Buffalo, Dr. Todd, that's one of the best courses we've ever had in Buffalo.
Well, you sold a bunch of platinum packages, too.
We did. That's right.
Well, let me just continue. So if they want to go from the silver up to the gold package, they buy 100 implants. How many implants do they get free?
They get 20 free.
So they get 20 free implants if they do a purchase of 100 implants.
Right.
They get everything that we just mentioned times 2, right?
Times 2, correct.
So they're going to get double all the free things. They get 20 of everything else.
Correct.
But let's talk about this. They also get to come to a course, a 2-day course for free, and bring a colleague with them.
That's right. We figured they have to have a friend from dental school that may want to learn this minimally invasive implant technique.
Either it's another dentist in their office, or they can bring another dentist from a friend of theirs, whoever they want to bring.
Correct. It's a great deal, yeah.
But there's more. They get a free, fully edited, full-length commercial for their office to use on TV or on the internet or wherever they want to use it, on their website.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about really high-class, high-quality commercial. The same ones I use in my office.
Absolutely. A few of the doctors already commented on how nice that edited piece is.
And that includes production, editing, and publishing.
Yep.
They get a 5-second, a 15-second, and a 30-second. So they get 3 different commercials. They get the full-length 30-second one, and they get a 5-second and 15-second teasers that they can put online.
And through the summer months and fall, Mark always puts your 5-second videos on. I see them all the time, and it's a great way to get what you're doing out there.
Yeah, it's just a teaser.
Correct, a nice little teaser, but boy, it's very impressive.
But they could also take advantage of our Platinum special.
This is the big one, Doc. The Platinum special, we really went all out on this one.
Back to the gold. That's an $8,300 savings.
Correct. I mean, there's
$8,300 savings if they buy the gold package.
Correct. 20 implants for free.
They're spending about $10,000 or $11,000 to get 120 implants, which is about $89 an implant.
Correct.
But can you imagine how much revenue they're going to make in their practice on 100 implants? In my office, I charge $1,700 per implant. You're talking about $170,000 worth of dentistry.
That's correct. Yeah, that's why the packages are so inviting.
Absolutely.
No question about it.
Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Platinum.
Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting and great for all of you out there. 200 implants are purchased, okay? We're going to give you 40 free implants. Then we're going to give you 20 free pilot drills. And then the healing caps, the impression copings, the O-rings, the patient education brochures for your office, we're going to multiply it by 4.
4 times. So they're going to get 40, they're going to get 20 pilot drills, they're going to get 40 healing caps, they're going to get 100 O-rings, standard O-rings, they're going to get 40 impression copings, and they're going to get 400 patient education brochures.
That is correct.
They'll be good for at least a year.
At least. I mean, really.
Yeah.
So, well, with the implants, depending on how much volume, the implants might last 3 weeks, maybe.
That'd be great. Well, let me tell you this. So in addition to that, they're going to get to come to a course for free and bring a friend.
Yep.
They're going to get 2 commercials. This is what I suggested, Fitz, and I think it's a good one.
It's a great
They're
suggestion.
going to get to do their commercial by themselves.
Yes.
Fully edited, 5, 15, and 30
in
seconds.
front of the green screen, and we'll make it look like they're in their city.
Absolutely.
So that's great.
But I'm going to appear on the second one. They're going to get a second commercial that I'm going to appear on and endorse them.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk about how they've been trained by us here. And
how many years have you been in the mini dental implant world?
Over 23 years.
23
since
over
2000.
Yeah, since 2000. So you got a lot of clout. Okay, great.
So we're going to talk about that, and they also get to spend a day with me.
Yes.
That's a value in itself.
It is.
All right.
And don't forget about the very last thing we're offering them, a brand new advanced surgical kit from Shatkin F.I.R.S.T.
Wait, does that include all the instrumentation and everything?
Everything you need. Everything you need for.
Well, that's a $2,000 value just by itself.
It is for MDLs, Milos, and Monos.
So Fitz, if they take advantage of the Platinum Special, you're
Yes.
saving $22,000.
That is correct. And the doctors are taking advantage of it, which is phenomenal because you get so much in the Platinum package. So take advantage of that today.
So Fitz, on top of that,
Okay.
because they can take advantage of the 20th anniversary special all year long, and we've been offering that for the past several months.
Correct.
So they have till the end of the year to take advantage of it, and that
Yes.
end of the year is almost here, actually.
Yeah.
But for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I'm adding something to sweeten the deal even more. For every 10 implants purchased, they're going to get one 10% off coupon to use with their next lab case. Now, if they buy the package of 50, they'll get 5 of those 10% off coupons.
Wow, that's awesome.
If they buy the 100 package, they'll get 10 of those coupons. And if they buy the 200 implant package, they'll get 20 coupons for 10% off their next 20 cases they do.
Wow, that's very nice.
And that can add up to a lot, because if they're doing roundhouses like I do every day, you're going to save $300 to $400 per case.
That's amazing.
And if they're having stents made and everything else, it really adds up.
And how long do they have with this 10% off special?
Well, they have to buy, if they want to do the Cyber Monday deal, it's today, Monday, and Tuesday.
Monday and
tomorrow.
Tuesday. Okay. So for 2 days.
Like I said, they can take advantage of all the other specials all year.
Yeah.
But if they want to take advantage of the Cyber Monday, Tuesday deal, they got to do it Monday or Tuesday.
So you're saying
it's got to end sometime.
Yeah. If you have some roundhouses in the works, this is a good time to take advantage of
Absolutely.
that 10%.
Well, they can use those 10% off coupons anytime in the future. They're not, the dates are not limited on the coupons, but they can use one for each case.
I got you. That's awesome. What a nice addition.
It really
that is
is
beautiful. Hey, and don't forget about the 179 tax deduction either by the end of the year.
Tell me about that.
We have a great deal going on the Generate cone beam right now. We sell it for $55,000, okay? But your 179, you can take the full tax deduction on the entire year.
The price is down to $55,000?
$55,000 for the Generate.
That dropped like $15,000 in the last 2 years.
It has, and it's a solid machine.
I've got 2 of them in my office, and we use them all day long. Every single patient gets a pre-op and a post-op cone beam.
Right.
So we're running that thing all day long.
Right, and we just delivered 2 last week, so the doctors are ecstatic about them, and they're really working out well. And if you don't have a cone beam, call us. We'll get you one ASAP.
Well, let's not forget about the piezoatome cube that I just used in that surgery I just did, because those were very difficult extractions. And I'll tell you what, I have a new belief in the piezoatome cube after using it today for that big surgery, because those teeth came right out when I used it. It was hard. Some of those were ankylosed teeth in that piezoatome cube, so they can use that for their tax deduction as well.
That's great. Yeah.
Any equipment.
And Acteon has a deal going on right now with the. You can get 2 kits. You buy the cube for $6,500, and you get to choose. The kits are about $1,800 a piece. So a lot of our doctors who are purchasing the cube now, they go with 2 of the extraction kits. But you can get any kit you'd like. Well, so that's an offer, a very nice offer as well.
Take advantage of these year-end specials and get going. So we'll see you at the next Monday Morning Minute. I'm Dr. Todd Shatkin with Tom Fitzpatrick, and we appreciate you very much, and we're very thankful.
Have a great week.